Hi, Leslie Garrity Gamble,
And I'm Rick Gamble.
and we're coming to you again from our true north, the movement we've started to recognize the change that needed to happen in our world today, beginning with patriarchy. And boy, have we seen some changes since we announced this journey on the day of the Vegas shooting, saying that that's what needed to happen. And then we saw this explosion with Weinstein and company and all that continues to be exposed by the men and to be shouted out by the women, all standing up together, strength in numbers, and men apologizing and feeling bad and knowing that this is not the way to go forward for our daughters and granddaughters. There is change in the air, great change and balance shifting.
Great change, great balance shifting, a paradigm shift is happening. And not only is it negative, but it's turning positive. We have a lot of firsts now. We have first black mayor in Montana. We have 2 Latinos state representatives in Virginia. There's a first black female mayor in Charlotte, North Carolina. 2 black transgenders elected to Minneapolis City Council. We got first female mayor in Provo, Utah. First lesbian mayor in Seattle. And we have a first transgender gender elected to state legislature of Virginia. And she made a comment on her acceptance speech that resonated deep into my soul, and I hope it'll affect you the same way. She said, it doesn't matter what you look like, where you came from, how you worship, or who you are. We should welcome and celebrate people because of who you are, not despite of it.
Wow. That's really exciting. All those things happening in politics. And another thing happening in politics, those are people who have won. There's someone running in the state of Kentucky for Congress, and her name is Amy McGrath. And Amy is a former Marine Corps fighter pilot, the first to fire those big guns and be in control like the men were. And she is now a veteran running for the 2.2 million women who do not have a voice in the Marine Corps. Listen to the motto of the Marine Corps: to care for him who shall have been born the battle, and his widow, and his orphan. Where is the woman? How can they find balance and equity when they look through those lenses? And that's what Amy McGrath is fighting for. And I also want to recognize that Katie Stanton, who started this fight with Susan B. Anthony, and we were given the vote because of these brave women in 1923, not even 100 years ago. And she is quoted as saying, the Bible and the church have been the greatest stumbling blocks in the way of women's emancipation. And I believe that that is, like we've mentioned before, because we don't recognize the divine in our society. We don't call on a mother God as well as a father God, and know that there is a balance of gender in all things, starting with our deity. And when our little girls and our little daughters and granddaughters can see deity in themselves, then we will have that shift and that balance that we're looking for. Team Gender.
It's all about equality.
It's all about equality.